Well, here we are. We are into the following day. We got a ½ inch of rain overnight, so we've got some time to figure this out. We're just starting up here. Yesterday morning I didn't hear the squeak when we first started. I can't quite hear it now, but maybe it's a little more pronounced. Can you hear it? It's not as pronounced, but it's a little bit. You can hear a little bit, can't you? Faint. Yeah, there it is right there. So we're gonna have to dive into it. Maybe I'll go after adjusting the knives first, and we'll see what that does, and then if that doesn't do it, we'll go after those pulleys. I don't see anything wrong with those though. Another thing I could do is set the shear bar and see what kind of noise it makes in reverse. Once this stops, bang, now it allows the machine to run in reverse. Set the shear bar, we can hear things a little better outside the chopper. Well, we're not really hearing anything. So what we'll do is we'll let this set the shear bar. We don't need to set the shear bar now. We're just running it, setting the shear bar so we can run it. We'll adjust the knives, and then we'll try it again. Well, we've got this knife case opened up, and we're going to adjust the knives that are out of whack here. There's one there, one here. Go through all the knives, make sure we don't have any other ones on the outsides that are out of whack here, and we'll just make sure we haven't got anything that has to do with the knife drum. And then what we'll do is we'll sharpen the knives, get that process done, take a little listen to it, see what it's doing. I'd like to run it some so that the noise will come to head here, make a little more noise. In other words, it has to run a little while before we hear that noise. And then we'll determine whether we hear it or not. If we don't hear it, then it'll be something to do with the knives. If we do hear it, then we're going to have to take these shrouds off back through here, get this belt loosened up and off of there, turn the drum by hand as fast as we can, turn all them pulleys by hand, and see if we can isolate the problem to one item. Run each thing individually. We'll have to run it, of course, by hand. So let's get these adjusted and sharpened, and then take a listen to it. Well, we went through and adjusted all the knives. Now we're sharpening them. I started it up. I could hear it humming just a little bit. I wanted to run it through a knife sharpening cycle. Hopefully it will warm up all them pulleys. When it gets done sharpening, we'll adjust the shear bar, and then we'll run it one more time, make sure we're definitely hearing the noise, and then we'll have to go through and start pulling the rest of the shrouds to get that belt off so that we can run everything by hand. So once this gets through its cycle, we'll dive into it a little further. Alright, the knives are sharp. Shear bar's been set. I ran it wide open for 5 minutes. You can hear it now. Having it run wide open, you can feel a hell of a vibration in the floor of the platform there. So it's got to be one of these idler pulleys or something here. So we're going to go through now and remove the belt and start looking at each individual pulley. Oh, let's see if we can't get somewhat of a temperature reading from, I got 80 degrees on that shaft, 85 on, well, that's really not on the bearing itself. Not even 100 down on there. We did this the other day and didn't come up with any real information here. 80, yeah, 80, 96. Oh, let's see what we have for these pulleys up in here. Again, we did this the other day as well and didn't have really any information from. Got 125 on that bearing, 116 on that one, 123, 105. Is there another one way up there? Nope. There. That's this bearing. But we might have, we got to get to the reading on the other side of that, because the bearing could be gone on the other side of this tensioner pulley here. So, yeah. Well, we have all of our shrouds off. We're able to roll these pulleys around by hand. However, we're really not coming up with anything. This pulley here is the pulley that comes down on the belt to engage the cutter head. It's got a little noise to it, not much. It's got a little, very tiny bit of play in it, but not much. I don't think that's the culprit. The blower turns fine. We don't hear anything there. However, with the chopper spinning everything at 350 RPMs, we can't quite spin that by hand at 350. We've got an idler pulley back there that I'm thinking about taking off to eliminate that one. And then the only other one that we would have to worry about is this one here. Now, I did run this with the belt off of the drive clutch. We can hear a little bit of noise in that, but I think any of the noise is muffled by the engine. So we're going to put the belt back on, run it again, make sure we have the noise established, because it does have to run for a little while. Then we'll take our belt tension off, pull this smaller pulley out on this, you can just barely see it in there. Run it without that in there, see if the noise is still present. And if the noise is still present, that will have eliminated that pulley there. And then we could change the bearings out on this smooth roller. Smooth pulley. And the only other thing would be the cutter head and the blower, but we're not seeing any issues with that. So it's going to lead us back to the actual drive clutch here. So let's go ahead and get our belt back on and make sure we have the noise established, and then we will dig that one pulley off of there and go from there. Well, we ended up trying to run it without that smaller pulley on there. All that does is it keeps the belt in line with the tensioner pulley, and as you can, it didn't make no difference. You still heard the noise. So what we're going to do now, we've got that tensioner pulley off, and it's on the bench here. The bolt was warm that held this pulley on. So we're going to go ahead and rebuild this and see if that doesn't take care of our problem. So we'll get this apart. Well, this is what the weather is currently doing. It's raining out very nicely, so we ain't gonna be able to chop nothing at all today. I just got back here from picking up some bearings down to the Cortland Cas store. We have this tensioner pulley off. I have the bearings removed. We're gonna go ahead and press some new bearings in, and then we're gonna go ahead and reinstall this pulley back into the chopper, and we're going to see if we can't get rid of that noise. These bearings don't look bad, however they do seem a little wonky. They're still all intact, however this one here is rolls a little stiff. And with the amount of belt tension there is on there, it could actually make a difference. So let's go ahead and get these bearings installed and get this back together here. Alright, so we've got everything's kind of setting in place here. We're going to use a socket. That seems to be about the most perfect diameter. Push that bearing. Got that side pushed in very nicely. Now we'll go ahead and push this side in. Well, we've got them in there. Now we just need to install our snap rings and the inner shaft. It's going to go in like that, and then this guy here is going to go in through the center. Alrighty, so we have this guy all together, and it's hard to tell whether or not it's going to be better or not, but it seems to be rolling a little freer. We won't really know until we get it in there and let it run some. So let's get this setting in the chopper, get the belt on, and just let it run for 20 minutes or so here. And hopefully this noise is gone altogether. These bearings, they must be a really good bearing to suffer running like that for so long. But it's just something where they're probably just starting to get dry. And with the amount of tension that's on that belt, that creates a different amount of pressure on there than what we're doing with just running it. So we'll go ahead and get it installed and run it. Okay, I'll go ahead and try to get this guy up on there. Not good when I drop the bolt. Whoops. Up you guys too. Alright, so we've got that in there, and that rolls real quiet now. I don't know, yeah, it rolls real quiet. Before it sounded like there was gravel in there, which you can kind of get that sound from time to time. So I got to climb up in there, get an impact on it, and then we can throw this belt on. Okay, so now we can reach in here and set you guys up so you can see something here. I always hear them calves bellowing. Alright, so now the belt goes underneath that smooth pulley. And then what we do is we bring it, I don't know how long that's going to last if I keep dropping it. Then we bring this guy over the cutter head pulley itself. There, did all that with one hand. Alright, so we've got everything on there. Reach down and grab this Seeker 3 here. Alright. So now we'll go ahead and jump up in there and run it for a while. It'll have to run for a while because we weren't necessarily seeing the problem right away. So we got our operator presence switch closed with some weight on the seat. So go ahead and engage the cutter head. We got that engaged. Now we're gonna let it run wide open because that noise is back. Had nothing to do with it. Did not take care of the problem. So now we have to look into that drive clutch. So, yeah. Okay, so we have some brainstorming ideas here. Nate's got his I don't know, what is that, an A or a B or a C? GA, an AD, it's an A. And that's got a belt pulley on it. However, it makes a lot of noise. The thought was is we were going to run a belt on this pulley to spin it, but I don't know if I'd be able to hear anything.
Can you spin it, Jay?
So we've got this 100-foot rope or 85-foot rope. You got to get straight, Jay. And we're going to wrap a rope around there. And then we're going to pull it with the truck. And we're going to see if we can get that spinning fast enough so that we can give a good listen to it. We're not really sure how this is going to work out, but yeah. Well, the tractor makes a lot of noise.
Jack this thing up and put the belt around the tire.
Yeah, that's an idea. Take the box off. Take the box off. What about the mini truck? Yeah. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to spin the knife drum itself to isolate. Thing is, that's going to spin off in there backwards. No, you're right. You're right. That's going to go forward. That's going to go forward.
Righty, loosey, lefty, righty, tighty.
Right? Coming off the top. Yeah. So, that's what we're going to do.
Use the towel hammer.
All right. All right, who's driving?
Somebody with lead foot.
You driving?
Tim? Or is he moving the truck?
Tim's guiding traffic. That's probably the best spot for him. Jump in there, Jay.
All right. Then at the end, I'm going to turn a little, but.
All right, so we got the rope wrapped around there. We're gonna see how this works here.
You guys ready?
Just get it tight and then go. I'll tell you when. Okay, rope's tight, go. I don't know what I'm hearing.
That?
Yeah, so that's just the knife going by that sure mark.
Yeah, and then, I don't know. I don't know. I think we gotta wrap it again.
I'll do the same one or I'll do a different one.
I think you need something more permanent.
I don't know. It's hard to say here. Well, we didn't really hear a noise from the cutter head. Now we are hooked to the blower. And I don't know what we're gonna find here. Do you, Nathan? What is your thought of the day?
I don't have one.
You don't have one for today?
Thought of the day is to not have a thought of the day.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Make sure we don't trip over that tail, right? All right. Let's see how she rolls. Redneck Games at its best. We'll have to make sure that rope's not going to come up too high there. It should be okay. Yep. Yep. That's all nice and quiet. All nice and quiet. I think we need to do this one more time and go fast. Really fast. I think he's probably gonna have to put it in 4-wheel drive.
Semi-truck.
And in order for that Chevy to be able to pull it fast enough.
Jack it up and use that.
Yeah, we could put the belt right around the tire. Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna wrap the rope on this one again.
It's all right.
That gonna stay?
Should.
Okay. All right, we'll try this a second time. Is he good across the road? All right. Go. Ah, that's not making any noise.
Sound coming from way back there and it's traveling.
Yeah, it's traveling up the belt, so it must have something to do with
Making the belt vibrate or something.
yeah.
That's what it's doing.
Yeah. Oh well, we tried, right?
Keep the belt up that thing.
I have run that without. You can't hear nothing. Oh well. Well, let's put the belt back on and run it one more time and see if we hear something. Well, that didn't produce any results. So we have our belt hooked back up. We've got it hot wired so it'll start, because usually it won't with the door open. And what we were curious about is it takes a while for that to squeak, and just pulling it out with the truck might not run it enough. There we go. So I think we're gonna have to get the tractor, because yeah, that's not working. We would need a rope that was, I should have timed it. I should have timed it, because we would have been able to figure out how many revolutions it went spinning at 460 RPMs right now. Well, it's been a minute. So we would have had to have turned that a good 500 times. So that rope is 80 feet long. We'd have to figure out what the diameter of that pulley is and see. Wow, it was only 20 seconds of time. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna go get a belt, see if Nate can bring his tractor back down. Okay, so flip it over. And we want it to stay on that so it doesn't rip a grease line off or something. Put that on. We don't know how many RPMs this turns, but we're gonna find out. We're just gonna make sure we got straight. Alright, so that's spinning that way. No, you can't go any farther with that. No, hold up. There's a bar in there. Let's leave it alone. Come up a little farther. Try that. I don't know if it's going to be spinning the right way. You're going that way? Huh? Yeah, put a twist in the belt. Put a twist in it. I want to make sure it's running the right way. I don't know if it's going to matter, because when I ran this in reverse. Alright. Back up a little bit. Get a little tension on that. That's not bad. too, like, you know, a belt's a lot flatter. So I'll get a piece of pipe too. We could try it. Nothing. So it's gotta be.
It's coming from back there. The noise is traveling.
Unless we can get it, I don't think we can get it up on the blower.
No.
We ain't got enough belt there to get it up on the blower. So.
You can't turn that by hand or anything, can you? The back one, your main one?
I can run it with the engine, but I think it needs some tension on it. So
whatever's in that thing with the hydraulic hose on it.
yeah.
In that thing.
Oh well. Well, we'll have to.
Like you say, like a telescope thing, you know, that you can't do it on this, but those idlers you could chop.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid. I don't know unless it got a long prong and you can get in behind it there, but.
Yeah, he tried with a big earlier.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe we get all of our shields back on and go after that rear part back there and take that apart. Maybe there's something visible inside of it wrong, but they don't have any parts for that. So, you know, it's one thing if it was a bearing up here, we keep running it. We don't want to destroy something. But that guy back there, that's just going to give up, and then that's it. So, say we run it.
Ruin a belt, this, that.
That ain't going to ruin a belt back there. But, yeah. Well, kind of back to the drawing board here.
Don't do that.
Oh, jeez.
Don't do that.
Stop that cutter head, will ya? Hurry up and stop it. If the wood won't work, the metal will.
The windmill.
Well, Nate, you always said you wanted to run the chopper. Here was your chance. Yeah. You ran it. You ran the chopper. I don't know. This is, you know what we could do? We could chop our corn like this to do our test stuff with. And we could take the transition chute out of the bottom, and then we could run our corn through.
Just to test it, yeah.
Yeah, to test it. Close the feed roll case up.
I don't think anybody ever tried that yet.
No, we could
Be the first.
run the chopper. Run right off the bottom. Oh, I probably shouldn't show anybody how to hot wire this, but you crisscross the door sensor plug, and that's how you can run this without the door closed. So we'll have to get our sheet metal back on and see what Jake has for options here. So yeah. Well, Nate's gonna go ahead and put his tractor away. That's how you start an A. All right, so he's going to go and put this guy away. Well, we've got all of our sheet metal on except a little bit back here. We're gonna go ahead and pull this clutch apart. We don't have any parts for it, but we're just gonna make sure the shaft is tight, and we're just gonna have take a little look-see to see what we see in there, and then we'll put it back together. So we'll go ahead and take all the bolts out and see what we find here. Battery's dying.
Need another one?
Yes, please.
Is that your pickup running out there?
No, it's Tim's. Guys, get your pipes out. That to come off yet. All right, Nathan. Need not drop this on the floor. Ah. Yeah. wonder if we just take and just clean it up a little bit. Maybe that's all that's going on. Alright, we've got writing on there. Maybe we just clean up the discs.
Yeah.
You know? Alright, the rest of it is on a snap ring. And the shaft is tight. I don't know. That disc should come out. That should come out of there. Ralphie. Might need a screwdriver. Right? Doesn't that come out of there? Might be an Allen screw holding that in there. There. No, there ain't nothing in there. That's just a way to pull it out. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. There's some nasty oil in there. Alright, so that is going to pop that O-ring. So we don't want to do that. Alright, we didn't learn nothing. The shaft is tight. So when that piston on the inside is activated, it pushes this out, flex that together, and that's what drives this guy here, as this shaft is spinning all the time. So there could be a bearing, this bearing here could be going. Boy, it's so damn hard to tell. Alright, well, we're just going to put this back together. They were wondering if the shaft, they wanted to make sure the shaft was tight in there, and I can't move that at all. So, hopefully I didn't screw up this seal here, which I might have.
sticker material.
Sticker on what?
A load pipe. What's wrong with this? Find anything?
No, he wanted to make sure that shaft was tight. And it is. Ah! Huh.
Well, you gotta mark that pipe where the section's gonna be and bring it back down. Might have to put a longer one on it than we did the other one.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm turning the whole thing. I'm even tying correctly.
You want to tighten those?
Yeah, I want to bump it anyway. There. That's gonna hold her in place. Alright, so we're just gonna re-bolt this. Hopefully this don't leak. I might have screwed up that O-ring.
Yeah. Okay.
Two more. Alright. Now we're just going to go around them and torque them. Alright, we've got everything all buttoned back up. Torqued all those bolts. Got our shrouds back on there. Now we'll go ahead and run this. I doubt we're going to see anything change here. But you never know. Let's get our operator in the seat here. There we go. Go ahead and engage that clutch. Well, ain't gonna work. Turn the road switch off. There we go. maybe the camera picks it up, but yeah. So we're just gonna have to see if we can't get done with a couple days of chopping we have left, and have to get a bearing set for that clutch, put all new clutch discs in there, and yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes here. So with that being said, that is gonna do it for this video. We'll touch base with you. I don't know if it'll be in the next video or not. I don't think we're gonna be able to chop tomorrow. We do have a merger to work on that I didn't show you yet. So that might be in the next video, the repair on it. Alright folks, that's gonna do her. Take it easy and thanks for watching.